Renegade Immortal Episode 143. In the previous episode, Wang Lin's incredible power left Mo Lihai in awe, earning his sincere trust and a promise of help during the upcoming Demon General competition. While Mo Lihai prepared in secret, guarding against assassins and strengthening his defenses, Wang Lin remained calm, sitting by the river and losing himself in the mystical zither music that seemed to cleanse his spirit and hint at a breakthrough. Yet even in this peaceful moment, danger arrived as a black-robed intruder challenged him. With a single motion, Wang Lin unleashed his deadly power, eliminating the threat with ease and absorbing a mysterious essence into his hand. At the end of the previous episode, he returned to his quiet contemplation, fully immersed in the music. What will happen next? Stay tuned. And the story continues. On the second floor of a two-story restaurant 10,000 feet across the river from Wang Lin, two people sat by the window, and their gazes turned toward Wang Lin. Both men were dressed in flowing black robes. The older one had a calm, almost imperceptible sharpness in his eyes, a lifetime of experience resting lightly on his features. The younger man, slightly less weathered, radiated quiet anticipation, a spark of excitement hidden behind a carefully controlled demeanor. The older man lifted his cup, took a slow sip, and said simply, "Very strong." The younger man's eyes shone as he studied Wang Lin's figure across the river. "That person should be at the soul transformation stage," he said in a hushed tone, a hint of admiration creeping into his voice. "No matter what his cultivation level is," the older man replied, his voice steady, "since the ancestor wishes to capture him, there is no chance of escape. Send the people over. Do not make the ancestor wait." The young man tapped the table lightly. At his signal, one of the black-robed men seated on the first floor immediately rose. Middle-aged, with eyes that glimmered like stars, he stepped out of the restaurant and surged forward, carried by a ray of sword energy. The wind whipped around him as he flew, and a palpable killing intent radiated off him, making the hair on anyone nearby stand on end. Meanwhile, Wang Lin remained seated calmly by the river. The boat was halfway across, its bow cutting gently through the water. The delicate sound of zither music drifted to him on the breeze, filling him with an unusual sense of peace. He did not glance at the approaching sword energy. Not a muscle twitched, not a single expression betrayed his awareness. The sword energy closed in, covering the 10,000 feet almost instantly. The grass along the riverbank bent violently as if a gale had struck it, and the whistling sound of rushing air mingled with the soft zither music in a strangely harmonious way. With casual precision, Wang Lin raised his right thumb, releasing the finger of death. A black ray of concentrated energy shot forward, colliding with the sword energy. A deep groaning sound erupted from the sword as it shattered under the impact, revealing the man behind it. Pale and coughing blood, he staggered backward, retreating frantically, but the finger of death was unrelenting. It struck his chest, leaving a powerful imprint of energy. The man roared, summoning a surge of demonic spiritual energy. Yet it crumpled under Wang Lin's overwhelming power. He coughed again, more blood spilling from his mouth, and collapsed. A strand of gray gas slowly drifted from his body toward Wang Lin, a silent acknowledgement of defeat. Back in the restaurant, the younger man inhaled sharply and straightened, eyes fixed on Wang Lin. "He is restraining his energy," he said, voice tinged with respect. "We cannot see his true cultivation level." The older man narrowed his eyes, his gaze sharp. "Mid-stage soul transformation," he murmured. "Only someone of this level could kill number 4. Who was early-stage soul transformation so decisively? Send number 3. The younger man shook his head, a small, confident smile on his lips. "No need, I will go myself," he said softly, rising from his seat. The older man frowned. "Do not forget," the young man added calmly, "I am number 2. He stepped down from the restaurant, the wind from the river tugging at his robes. As he walked, his aura intensified, a fusion of demonic and celestial energy spreading out from him. The air around him seemed to shift, vibrating slightly under the sheer weight of his power. Each step was deliberate, measured, yet radiated unstoppable authority. He stopped 300 feet from Wang Lin, Waves of demonic and celestial energy rolled off him, intertwining to create an aura that seemed to dominate the space around him. He was the master of this territory, the atmosphere bending subtly to his will. Wang Lin, still calm, waved his hand. The finger of death appeared again, a black, searing ray of energy that shot forward with blinding speed. The young man only smiled, forming a hand seal. The celestial and demonic energies around him condensed into a single ball of light, the size of his fist, radiating both warmth and menace. The black ray struck, piercing the light ball. Slowly, the black mist began to spread within, corrupting the ball from the inside. Cracks appeared on its surface, spreading rapidly, and the young man's confident expression faltered as the light shattered. The finger of death surged through the chaos. Unstoppable, he summoned more than 100 additional balls of light, launching them in a desperate defense. But the black ray destroyed each one in succession. One by one, they collapsed, their power waning against the relentless black energy. By the time only 8 balls remained, the black ray finally disappeared, leaving the young man breathing heavily, sweat beading on his forehead. He looked at Wang Lin, still calm and seemingly unimpressed, and admitted aloud, "I presume this black light spell is your strongest move. It is indeed powerful. It explains why numbers 4 and 5 fell. But now that it has been broken, I want to see what other moves you have." At that moment, the boat disappeared into the distance, and the zither music faded completely from Wang Lin's ears. Wang Lin stood, slowly turning to face the young man. A trace of red appeared in his eyes, and a murderous aura shot outward, sharp, lethal, and suffocating. Rumbles vibrated through the air. The young man's body froze as if struck by lightning. His mind reeled under the pressure. He felt as if a sword had pierced between his eyebrows, cutting through his thoughts and threatening to collapse his consciousness. Every heartbeat raced uncontrollably. His body turned cold, as if facing an enemy in the nude, exposed and helpless. Even the black-robed men on the first floor of the restaurant felt it as though death itself had arrived. Their sweat soaked their robes, and their faces turned pale. But no words could describe the terror they felt. On the second floor, the older man's eyes widened. He rose in shock, the table in front of him exploding under the force of his movement. His own celestial demonic energy surged uncontrollably. He realized immediately that Wang Lin's power was beyond comprehension. This is the Tao of slaughter," he gasped. "The killing intent, it is solid. He has killed countless beings to achieve this gaze. Even I at my level cannot match him. I must escape immediately." Yet, as he tried to teleport, his body froze under Wang Lin's gaze. Wang Lin appeared 10 feet in front of him, calm, almost casual. "You disturbed my cultivation and still want to leave?" Wang Lin's voice was cold, serene, but carrying an unstoppable weight. The older man forced a bitter smile. In desperation, he touched a forbidden seal he had never dared to use. Celestial demonic energy exploded outward, causing the restaurant to collapse entirely in chaos. Rumbles of destruction shook the area, the aura around him barely restraining itself from annihilation. When the dust settled, silence reigned over 1,000 feet of surroundings. Wang Lin appeared 1,000 feet away, gently brushing dust from his robes. His expression remained calm, but a faint gloom lingered in his eyes as he walked into the distance. On the river, the young man's body slowly fell, and strands of gray gas emanated from him, drifting toward Wang Lin. In this episode, we saw Wang Lin effortlessly face incredibly powerful opponents across the river, demonstrating the terrifying strength of his Tao of slaughter. Even against cultivators at the peak of soul transformation, Wang Lin remained calm and composed, his finger of death and sheer killing aura overwhelming anyone who dared to challenge him. We witnessed the true scale of his power and the chilling effect it has on those around him, making it clear that Wang Lin's journey is only getting more dangerous and intense. What happens next? Stay tuned for the next episode of Renegade Immortal. If you enjoyed this episode or found it exciting, don't forget to like the video and subscribe to the channel to receive the latest updates on Wang Lin's journey. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you in the next episode.